see China's Taiwan Strait strike force. Hello and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new here, we are N.D.P News, a channel dedicated to exploring the fascinating world of geopolitics and current international affairs with daily coverage. Thanks for joining us, and let's get into the video. The Taiwan Defense Ministry has reported that Chinese military aircraft and ships were detected in the region. A total of 18 aircraft and 4 ships were identified, with 11 of the aircraft crossing the median line of the disputed buffer zone. This latest development follows a recent incident where the U.S. shot down a 200-foot Chinese spy balloon flying over Montana. The United States Navy has also conducted joint military exercises with the Marine Corps in the South China Sea. Termed an Integrated Expeditionary Strike Force, the drills are designed to improve the mobility and sustainability of amphibious platforms. This, in turn, gives the Navy and Marine Corps an asymmetric advantage in a maritime environment. The 7th Fleet described the naval integration as seamless and powerful, establishing a formidable presence in the region. They believe this will support peace and stability. Meanwhile, Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense has revealed that China has been sending surveillance balloons into Taiwanese airspace at an average rate of 1 per month for several years. Officials in Taiwan believe that the balloons are being used to measure atmospheric data, which can help improve the accuracy of China's radar and missile systems. The balloon dispute. China accuses the U.S. of spreading false accusations. The recent military exercises carried out by the United States were the result of meticulous planning done well in advance, and their timing could not have been more critical. The current situation between Washington and Beijing has been anything but cordial, with tensions already at an all-time high due to various diplomatic disagreements. The United States therefore saw it fit to carry out these exercises, which have unfortunately only served to exacerbate the already fragile relationship between the two nations. It is important to note that the United States House of Representatives recently passed a resolution condemning China for sending its surveillance balloon across U.S. airspace back in February. Unfortunately, this move was met with a dismissive response from the Chinese government during a foreign ministry press conference, thereby further straining the already fragile relationship between the two nations. While the U.S. claims that the Chinese balloon was equipped with sensitive equipment designed to detect and collect intelligent signals, the Chinese government has vehemently denied these allegations, stating that the balloon was merely a weather research airship that had accidentally drifted off course. This disagreement has triggered a diplomatic row between the two countries, with Secretary of State Antony Blinken's high-stakes trip to Beijing abruptly canceled. The U.S. government's initial response to the balloon's downing was a rare expression of regret, but China's increasingly belligerent rhetoric has only served to worsen the situation. Taking action that has further worsened the situation, China has now labeled the shoot-down as an overreaction and a violation of international norms, further complicating the situation. Mao Ning, the spokeswoman for the Chinese Foreign Ministry, expressed her disappointment with the resolution passed by the U.S. Congress. She characterized it as a cheap attempt to score political points and dramatized the entire situation. China, according to her, unequivocally denounces and opposes such moves by the U.S. government. Despite these diplomatic disagreements, the United States 7th Fleet, which is based in Japan, announced that the USS Nimitz Aircraft Carrier Strike Group and the 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit have been conducting Integrated Expeditionary Strike Force operations in the South China Sea. Reports indicate that these exercises involve ships, ground forces, and aircraft, but there has been no information on when these exercises started or if they've concluded. Now, if you're enjoying the video so far, please take a moment to subscribe and give the video a like. China's claim to the South China Sea and the U.S. stance. China has made a bold claim to nearly the entirety of the South China Sea. This claim is met with strong objections from other nations, who also claim parts of the contested waterway. which sees a staggering $5 trillion in goods shipped through its borders annually. The United States, on the other hand, has chosen not to take an official stance on the issue of sovereignty in the South China Sea. However, it does strongly advocate for the preservation of freedom of navigation and overflight in the region. To this end, the U.S. Navy periodically sends its ships to sail past fortified Chinese outposts in the Spratly Islands, a move that has been met with significant protests from Beijing. Additionally, the U.S. has been working to strengthen its defense alliance with the Philippines, a nation that has been facing persistent encroachment on its islands and fisheries by the Chinese Coast Guard and nominally civilian but government-backed fleets. This has resulted in the two nations working together to build up their defense capabilities and develop strategies for protecting their shared interests in the region. The U.S. response. The United States government recently took a series of measures to respond to China's aerospace programs. Specifically, 6 Chinese entities have been blacklisted due to their alleged connection to these programs. This move was part of the United States' response to a recent incident involving a Chinese balloon that was shot down near South Carolina. Furthermore, the House of Representatives voted unanimously to condemn China for what they deemed a brazen violation of U.S. sovereignty. They also accused China of attempting to deceive the international community through false claims about its intelligence collection campaigns. These actions reflect the United States' growing concern about China's activities in the aerospace sector and its impact on international relations. According to the Pentagon, the Chinese balloons are part of a larger surveillance program that has been ongoing for several years. In recent years, Chinese balloons have flown over dozens of countries on 5 continents, which has raised concerns about China's global reach and the implications of its activities. The United States has closely monitored the Chinese balloon program, and the recent incident near South Carolina provided additional insights into the program. In response to these developments, the 7th Fleet announced a joint operation to establish a powerful presence in the region, which supports peace and stability. This operation is designed to demonstrate the United States' readiness and capability to respond to potential threats, including landing Marines ashore, providing humanitarian disaster relief, and deterring potential adversaries through visible and present combat power. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to check out our other videos on the channel for even more great content, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any future uploads. This has been N.D.P News, and we'll catch you in the next one.